And hello, tonight is October 6th. It is the 48th edition of the Wausau East, Wausau West rivalry football game, the log game as it's known. Welcome to historic Tom Field. Alongside Jared Crooks, my name is Nick O'Brien, and we'll be calling the 48th edition of this football game tonight on Wausau Public Access. Jared, as a Wausau East alumni, and your brother having played in this game, you having been behind the camera for several years covering this game, what does tonight mean to you, and what do you think is going through the heads of the players down there in the field?
Well, it means a lot to me, but I can tell you it means a lot more to these players. Both teams really want to win tonight. Despite this weather, they're here to play, and they're going to play hard, and they'll probably slip a lot. But
yeah, as Jared mentioned, it is a brisk 55 degrees out here on this Friday evening, and yes, there will be some wetness on the field as it is drizzling as we speak, and it sure to keep doing so, if not worse. Just minutes before the kickoff, we had a pretty good downpour. Jared and I were safely kept from the downpour in the booth, but we're out in the elements now.
Right, the players were still out there warming up though, so they're wet. They know what the conditions of the field are. They know what the ball's going to feel like wet, and it's going to change their game plan a little bit to what they're used to.
As I mentioned, 48th edition of this game. West does lead the series 30-16-1. The last time East won this game was in 2012, and we'll have more back on the rivalry, the storied rivalry of these two teams here after kickoff. West will be receiving to start this game out. East kicker has it on the tee, hand up. Waiting for the official signal here. And the 2017 version of the law game is now underway. The swivel kick picked up on the near sideline. He's got some seams and about a 6-yard return after being tackled by a host of lumberjacks. Jared, not a fumble to start off the game, which is sometimes how games like this start off with all the moisture.
Absolutely.
Good to see that one. We've got one play here in the books today, and West will get their first drive started just inside their own 32-yard line.
You know, if that player would have let that ball, I think that was going to go out of bounds. He would have got it at the 40.
You're correct. That's a good call there. And as expected, first handoff to the outstanding West running back, Mitch Mikulski.
And the rain is coming down a little more right now.
Mitch picks up a first down for the Warriors. And yes, as Jared has mentioned, now we are trying to position ourselves underneath of the awning. Mitch Mikulski gets the game started off with about a 15-yard run. Second play from scrimmage here for the Warriors. And back to Mikulski they go. He picks up another 4.
And I expect a lot of running today.
Absolutely, yes. The Warriors obviously known for the running game hit this year. Mitch Mikulski came into the night with about 932 rushing yards and just over 2,200 for the career, which is a Warriors school record. Third play here, it's a 2nd and 6 situation for West, and the ball is on the ground. He recovers and is taken back for a pretty significant loss, but saves possession. So we have our first potential turnover of the game on a bit of a botched snap from center to senior quarterback Chandler Fox for the Warriors. Safely recovers the fumble, however loses about 2 yards on the play. They got him for the, I guess, forward progress there, but
yeah, I mean, the quarterback was, you saw his eyes. They were wandering quickly to find that ball.
And a 3rd and 7 situation for the Warriors. Back to Mikulski they go. He comes up the near sideline and does not only pick up the first down, but gets a couple extra yards before getting out of bounds. And for the 3rd consecutive time here, the Warriors move the sticks on their first drive.
And that's a great thing to do right after nearly turning it over, fumbling the ball, to go and do that real quick just to gain the confidence back.
East defense going to need to shy up here on the rush defense, because I'm sure that's not going to change on the wall. And I got another potential fumble. Wow. Chandler Fox.
I think that's a turnover.
Yeah. We've got East players pointing in their favor, and we do. We have an East Lumberjack fumble recovery. Chandler Fox loses control of yet another snap on this first drive, and a seemingly good drive comes to an end just across the 50-yard line. So the East Lumberjacks will now start their first drive via turnover, and looks like the ball will be spotted at about the 43-yard line.
Now East needs to be careful. Now they know that they've almost turned it over, twice. They need to take their time. Just make sure you have the ball. Don't go too fast right now.
It's a good advice there. And they go up the gut. And their first play ends in a first down and some yardage. Number 22, Caleb Moses, with a great carry there.
After a big game.
Looked to have picked up about, he switched the field there to pick up about 20 yards.
Well, you could tell with that run, he really wanted it.
Absolutely.
He did not just let them take him down even with the conditions.
Great job up front from the East offensive line, making a gaping hole for Moses to find his way through. And they'll go back to him again. This time, the West defensive front gobbles him up just over the line of scrimmage. Moses picks up about a yard and a half there. So didn't look like to be the same veer play there, not the same result. Looks like that West defensive front learned from the first mistake.
Well, hey, you keep doing the same play until they stop you. That's what I would say.
Hey. And East here with their second play on this, third play from this drive. They go out to the, we got a ball on the ground potentially. No?
Well, any pass that's going to be thrown tonight is going to be dangerous. I can tell you that. Because if you do catch it initially, you could take a step and drop it very, very quickly.
You're absolutely right. And Miles there on the reception. Almost a loss of yardage there, as a third down will bring up here for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. About a 3rd and 10 situation. Looks like a passing down. We've got a receiver in motion here, 3 to the near side. Drops back, and that's a little bit of a miscommunication there as the pass is thrown behind the receiver. And
it's going to be hard to tell tonight what's miscommunication and what's just the slip of the ball.
Absolutely. The elements are certainly going to have a factor. And the East has opted to punt from their 42-yard line. 38-yard line. Good snap, good catch, good punt. Gonna pin him back, and he decides to catch. He picks up about the 9-yard line, and within about 3 yards, Mortensen is taken down. So,
West is going to have a pretty long drive coming up here if they want to score.
Yeah, they started their first drive from about this territory. Got over midfield before the turnover cost them that first drive.
Well, hopefully they protect the ball this time.
Steady rain falls here at Tom Field. Many umbrellas in the crowd. And West will start their second drive here. And back to Mikulski. Eaten up there just to pass the line of scrimmage.
By number 50.
Well, and it's nice to see the fans actually coming out and the students coming out, because, who really wants to come and sit and watch this, a football game in this kind of weather? But no, they're here and they're supportive, and I think that they're going to put on a good show just for that reason.
Sure, I think the fans over at Lambeau could,
Yeah.
There was obviously some rain the last game there. And it looks like West quarterback going to be eaten up in the backfield. Good play there by the East defense. About a 5-yard loss.
Third and 15 for the Warriors.
Well, East is not going to just give them the game. At least we're seeing that.
No. West now deep in their own territory. Going to be a 3rd and looks to be about 15 yards from just inside their 10-yard line. Chandler Fox fumbles the snap, recovers. gets outside of the pocket, but gets taken down with aggression. And West will surely punt here as the punting unit does come out onto the field. So turnover, punts for West. East will start their second drive ensuing this punt return, a successful one, hopefully. So Jared, have you stood in the elements before and called this, or at least participated in the public broadcast version of the Law game? Do you recall any?
I'm pretty sure we've had a game or two where it was raining, but this is pretty consistent rain. I mean, we kind of have this on and off, but that's been I've been out of school for a long time.
Yeah, heck, I think I remember first week in October there being snow on the ground one football season.
You never know in Wisconsin.
Sure, yeah. Not being from here originally, that's something I've become accustomed to over the past 5 years.
It's funny when I hear people talk about the weather in Wisconsin and they're not from here. They talk about, there's people from North Carolina, they'll come up and they'll say, it was -30. And I was like, that's a really rare number for us. I know it gets cold, but -30? I don't know about that.
We did see some pretty brisk temperatures there that the winter of 2012, 2013, the polar vortex is what they called it, I believe.
Oh, is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, we had, 40-some straight days where the temperature never got above 0.
Yeah, but -30.
I mean, feels like,
Sure.
It feels like
just like, where did my nose go?
Yeah.
I had a nose.
Yeah, the frostbite was like 5 minutes or something like that. West punting from their own end zone, not a good one. That one will roll out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, the West 35-yard line, that is.
That roll actually helped them quite a bit.
Sure.
3-yard line, 1st and 10, Wausau East.
So Wausau East to start their second drive with some really decent field position here. But
that's pretty much right where they left off.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't lose too much. Credit to the Lumberjack defense on that last possession.
Well, and I would stick with what's working. Stick with the run, and make them stop you.
Sure, yeah. Interesting to see East still going from the shotgun here, despite the slippery ball. The option here with
number 31 on the carry, Will Mann. About a play by number 22.
that was a good pickup there to the far sideline on a first down. 2nd and 5 will be here.
In these conditions, and as a quarterback, and you're used to not wearing a glove, do you switch to a glove in a game like this?
That's a good question. I think, if you're not necessarily intending on throwing the ball too much, it may toy with your ability to hand off the ball in some situations.
Sure.
I think you do see those throwing quarterbacks, typically wear the glove. But when in a running situation like this, 2nd down,
Short of the first down.
the running back is just short of a first down. Shouldn't say just short, maybe picked up only a yard or two.
How many times do you consider that maybe, that the quarterback, he gets the ball and he just runs right away and try to avoid as many, fumbles and turnovers as you possibly can?
Sure, yeah. Less transfer of the ball, more security. I formation here now for East to their tailback up the middle.
That's going to be
says
close.
They got it.
Caleb Moses tackled by number 9.
And Moses is not able to pick up the first down. Looks to be about a half a yard to gain here for the Lumberjacks.
I think they're going to go for it, and I would go for
Certainly.
it too.
Yeah. Going to keep the kicking unit on the sideline and go with the I formation again here. And the old quarterback sneak.
And there it is.
With Jack Kane. I think he picked it up. And the referee signals a first down for the Lumberjacks.
Pulled a little Bart Starr in the Cowboy Packers championship game ice bowl.
Certainly, yes. Very reminiscent of that.
The rain bowl we have here.
Rain bowl. East got a good drive going now with their first down of the drive. Going to have a 1st and 10 from their 23-yard line. 22. The strong side, tailback in motion. Caleb Moses goes out wide, and Jack Kane hits him. On an in route, decent pickup there on first down. This will be about a 5-yard, 6-yard gain.
And you can tell the way that he's catching that ball. He's crailing it into his body.
Certainly.
He's not going to let that drop.
Ball security is of critical importance tonight. And I'm sure both coaches reminding their players of that on the sidelines and in every opportunity that they get.
Probably can't say it enough tonight.
Jack Kane under center again, and again to Caleb Moses. We've got field napkins, flags on the field, coming from the near sideline here. Looks to be maybe an off delay of game. Receiver may have gotten a little antsy or jumpy there before the snap. So that'll back East up, and we'll replay the down.
So it's a false start on the offense then.
Certainly. Did I say delay of game?
You did.
I must have. I meant false start.
I wish. Where is that play clock?
Yeah, no kidding, right? I've got a mental play clock, I guess.
Yeah.
So East, that backs him up, kind of takes away the production of that first play from this series. Runner in motion, and we've got another handoff to Caleb Moses. Looks like to be 5-6 yard pickup there, back to where they started the play prior. So 3rd and 5 or 6 here.
Now, if they don't get this, do you go for the field goal? Is this a great condition to do
Gosh,
that?
I don't think so. I don't know much about their kicking unit, but I would have to say that even a good one is going to struggle with this rain. We go deep to the end zone, far corner. Oh, called in. Wyatt Rotier
That was a great
hauls
pass.
in. A 25-yard touchdown completion from Jack Kane. Heck of a way to get on the scoreboard here tonight in this rivalry matchup.
I did not expect that, and I don't think that West did either. I mean, they're kind of jogging their routes, to make sure they don't fall.
Heck of a play there by Wausau East. Again, the connection from Jack Kane to Wyatt Rotier. And the point after is good. And just like that, the Wausau East Lumberjacks take a 7-0 lead here in the Law game. 2:55 remaining in this first quarter. Productive drive they put together there.
Oh, absolutely. And the field position definitely helped.
Certainly. Had only one penalty, no potential turnover scares.
Right.
East has done a really good job thus far tonight, keeping their mitts on the ball.
Now, if West can find a way to get that kind of field position, I think they can have a chance of scoring. But going that far is going to be tough tonight. And they do have to avoid the turnovers if they want to win this.
Certainly. There's been at least 3 times already the West offense has bobbled the ball, and one of those times East has taken advantage of that opportunity. Didn't score on that drive, but the ensuing drive for the Wausau East Lumberjacks was a successful one, resulting in a very nice passing touchdown from Jack Kane to Wyatt Rotier to get on the board here early. Ball on the tee, hand up. Waiting for the official signal here with 2:55 left in the first quarter. East kicks off to West. Good catch. And after about a 6-yard return, East takes care of business in the special teams perspective. So again, West going to start inside their own 30-yard line.
The tackling has been pretty good tonight.
I would have to agree, yeah. Not a lot of arm tackles you're going to see tonight. I think coaches are just as much as talking about keeping their paws on the ball as they are on the defensive front of making sure you get body-to-body contact. And look at this.
Like I said, don't turn the ball over. Just have the quarterback run with it.
Certainly, you called it there, Brandon. Oh, gosh, here we go. Now the rain picks up.
1st and 10, Wausau West. Be strong, people. Be strong.
Yeah, the rain is coming down much harder now. This is a shower.
Having some troubles seeing the program here. I don't know people's names.
Well, I think they'll forgive you if you, can't read the paper.
And look at this, Mitch Mikulski. A great pickup there.
Couple more tackles to break, and he would have been home.
Oh, this is, I think this is classifiable as torrential, perhaps?
Yeah.
Now, take those umbrellas, people.
The announcer here is telling people, like, use your umbrellas. And, I think I had an umbrella with me. I don't know why I didn't bring it.
Yeah, we're dripping, for sure. And Mikulski, near sideline, has to scamper out of bounds, but maintains possession.
Mikulski pushed out by number 22.
It's kind of a two-player game here tonight with on the west side, Chandler Fox and Mitch Mikulski. I think they're the only two that've gotten their mitts on the ball with the offensive unit.
Well, definitely the ball, but that line is trying to do their part for sure.
Certainly.
And with some of the runs that they've had, they've opened up some holes.
The shotgun set here. Mikulski handoff. Good running room. Second down, picks up about 6 yards, 7 yards.
And it's nice to see him patient and running behind that line.
The rain has died down a bit here.
4 on the play, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 from the 40.
Oh.
And it looks like he's going to keep it. And the quarterback keeper results in a 40-yard touchdown. What a play there. And West marches right back. The 40-yard touchdown from Chandler Fox on the quarterback keeper. What a play there.
Yeah, East has to definitely consider that quarterback. Don't leave him running on the outside.
A little bit of a misdirection there, and the option play from the West offensive unit plays to be successful. And the point after is up and good. And we're knotted at 7 here with 1:18 left in the first quarter.
And the quarterback showed some patience there. He did not just run out right away, and I think that's what fooled the defense, because he kind of fooled me a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the object of the play, I think. It got us both. Got everybody in the stands, and most importantly, got that Lumberjack defense to lean. Chandler Fox uses his speed to race into the end zone.
And it was a wide open field.
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
It was 40 yards untouched.
No, you see sometimes, and certainly in pro sports, you see that, they run out of bounds here, and there's like kind of that cushion that they have. But here it is just that concrete on this end, and so I think it's these players, I can protect them so much.
Sure.
But they have to be very careful not to hit that concrete,
because that looks like there's not a lot of traction on that wet concrete.
Fall.
1:18 left here in the first quarter. 48th edition of the Log Game here at Tom Field. We are knotted at 7 apiece. Didn't expect to see a couple touchdowns in this first quarter with the rain.
Well, I'm happy to see a game.
Sure, me too. I think everyone here in the stands is happy to see that too. They wouldn't want to see.
Well, both East and you got to be careful there.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Looks like West may have recovered a kickoff. And they did.
No, that's not good.
Just like that, West is back in scoring territory. Unfortunate happening there from the Wausau East Special Teams unit. Got to secure that. We were just giving credit to the Lumberjacks for keeping ball security at a high priority tonight, and that one slipped right through the mitts.
Your defense lets them score, and then you give it right back to them. That momentum is all on West right now.
Good grief. So we've got the Warriors now starting their 4th drive tonight, and a little option, and East wasn't fooled. Taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and that option not so successful this time.
Well, and they're lucky they didn't get called. That could have been close, because that was a high tackle right around the neck.
Yeah, it sure was. So after a unsuccessful first down option play from West, they'll be looking at a 2nd and 13. Wow. Chandler Fox handoff. Mitch Mikulski. Boy, he runs well, doesn't he?
Well, he's not going down. He'll have 3 guys on him, and he's like, nope.
It seems like Mitch could fall down for 4 yards, you know?
Absolutely.
He gets his feet chopping, and before you know it, he's into the secondary. Another great run there by Mikulski, but there is a flag on the field. See what the call is here.
It looks like it's going to be
a face mask against Wausau East. I believe that's a 15-yard penalty. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, and just that play earlier, like I said, that was a high tackle, and you know, when you're tackling, you need to go for the legs. Those are the things that are running, not the upper body.
Absolutely. So with the penalty, it takes West over the sticks, and they move the chains there. Oh, back to pass, and untouched Brandon Clausen, leading receiver for the Wausau West Warriors, hauls in a wide open touchdown pass there from Chandler Fox. I mean, what a hole. Definitely a mix up there in the East.
Well, East needs to get their composure together and make sure that they go down and tie this game again. Otherwise, it's going to get out of hand.
Wow. So in just a matter of moments, the tide has turned here.
Wow, that snap almost was a disaster.
14-7.
Credit to the ball holder there. He got that ball placed just in time.
And just like that, I think it's probably been about, what, 8 plays? 8 plays ago, West was losing this game.
That's right.
7-0. And then they put together a good drive and had a nice quarterback keeper from Chandler Fox, put the Warriors on the board, and then East fumbles the ensuing kickoff. West responds, about a 20-yard touchdown pass from Fox.
And it's hard to swallow when you turn the ball over and they score on you right away, but you know, just go down and tie it up and keep doing what you were doing. Don't change anything yet. Except don't turn it over.
Yeah, don't turn it over.
Don't do that.
So there's 17 seconds here remaining in the first quarter of tonight's football game. Warriors leading, and the rain has, dare I say, stopped.
Well, I have rain the entire time because it's coming right off of the roof for me.
Yeah. If there were a camera here on Jared and I, you'd see this constant drip right in front of Jared's face. So East with a successful kickoff return this time, at least in the regard of keeping hold of the football. They'll start this drive from what looks to be about the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. 12 seconds left in this first quarter.
It's always a good start when you can have the ball.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Under center is Kane, and up the gut run.
It's a strong run for a couple.
Kept his feet chopping. Caleb Moses did. Picks up solid 2 yards before. That brings the first quarter to a close here at Tom Field. Wausau West leading Wausau East 14-7. And it's what has been a wet football game, but, you know, surprisingly exciting in terms of the scoring.
Yeah, it's not a boring game. I mean, you don't want the turnovers, but turnovers are fun to watch.
Certainly. Would you have guessed, Jared, coming into tonight, knowing with the rain, that 2 of the first 3 touchdowns in the first quarter have been passing touchdowns, not running touchdowns?
I actually am surprised. I didn't expect that was what was going to bring in the scores.
And, you look back at that first quarter of play, and there's only been a handful of passes, and most of them have been completed. So,
and most of them have been touchdowns.
Correct. So if there's one thing that you could conclude after this first quarter for both the Wausau East and Wausau West offenses is the play callers are doing a nice job when they're drawing up those passing plays, because they have been successful, and they've been successful in the form of touchdowns. Start of the second quarter here, Wausau East flipped the field from their 37-yard line. Jack Kane back to pass, and right on cue, an incomplete pass.
It was a little low.
Third down.
Brings up a 3rd and 8 yards to go for Wausau East.
I always say that if you can get a hand on the ball, you should be able to catch it, but that's not always the case.
Not tonight.
No, not tonight.
Not tonight. I don't care how sticky those gloves are.
Right.
East 3rd and 8 in a shotgun formation. Tailback in motion, Caleb Moses is. He's out to the far sideline. Looks like Kane's looking for Moses. Down the sideline he goes, and we may have a catch here or an interception. Both players had. Yes. Wausau West comes up with yet another takeaway. Antonio Williams coming down with that interception.
The quarterback needed to look to his right that time. He had an out that was wide open.
Something to celebrate for sure.
There might be. You check it out at halftime.
And what a great defensive play there by Antonio Williams to set his offense up. Again, so Wausau West 1st and 10. And Chandler Fox is back to throw again, and incomplete, intended receiver.
That ball came off a little wobbly.
David Bagby there. Yeah, it did come out a little wobbly. He gave a diving attempt there. I thought he may have been able to come up with it, maybe in a little drier conditions.
Maybe.
We could have saw a top play there.
It's always easier to catch a spiral.
Certainly. Fox back and shotgun again, and Mitch Mikulski spinning defenders off of him. Boy.
Mikulski spinning his way for 6 or 7. It'll be 3rd down.
Good pickup there on 2nd down after the incomplete pass on 1st. West faced with a 3rd and 4 to go here.
Don't be surprised to see the quarterback run again, maybe.
No, I mean, this option has really worked. Chandler Fox doing a nice job making the decisions, and an option again. This one back to Mikulski, and he's hit in the backfield. Gonna bring up a 4th down, and on comes the punting unit for the Warriors.
This is great news for the Lumberjacks, because if they would have allowed another score here, it was going to be tough to get over that and swallow. So it's good that they got to stop.
Still a bit of a sprinkle here. Not so much that it would affect the punt. Good snap, good catch. Punt is up. Oh, what a good block there.
Number 47 on the return, Cordell Miles.
Cordell Miles with the return there.
11 of the Warriors, Grant Hill, and number 14, Mark.
I am impressed that they're able to bring that ball in on those punts, because I know that's my weakest thing anytime that I've ever played with anyone. It's like, don't make me catch the punt. Or
catching the end over end.
Yeah.
You know, those balls.
And that's when it's dry.
No kidding, right. 10:28 left in the second quarter here. East in their I formation, and they're going to hand it off to Caleb Moses.
Moses.
Brings up second down. He picked up maybe a yard and a half.
He roughs him up at the line of scrimmage, gain of 1.
They might need to get on the outside a little bit more and try to like make them just chase them down and maybe get a little more than that.
Kane under center, gonna go back to Moses. Eaten up in the backfield yet again.
Moses.
This time Travis Zernicki in there to make a great stop for Wausau West.
79 assisting him on the play.
And
Travis Zernicki.
now Wausau East has more yardage to pick up to get this first down than what their drive started with. So,
well, and they're probably going to throw here.
I would guess, yeah. Kane has had some success through the air with that 20-yard touchdown pass to start things off here in the first quarter. 9:14 left in the second.
Well, as long as he can throw it a little further for the receiver to go get it and make sure that the defender is not there to take it away again.
Snap is good. Kane back to pass. He goes down the near sideline to Wyatt Rotier, the recipient of that touchdown pass before we alluded to. Incomplete pass.
A huge thank you to all fans who supported the
And Wausau East forced a punt.
And that was the right idea. That was the play that you should have done. Unfortunately, you just can't come up with those all the time.
honored our Build-A-Boot program.
And the timing is going to be off tonight. That the receivers are not going to be able to run as fast as they want to, and so you have to change your throw and try to figure out where they're going to be. It's the timing routes are going to. Oh, he almost dropped that ball too.
Very low punt. Oh boy, I think that may have hit a West football player, and it did. And East recovers the punt.
And that's another way to do it.
Wow. Just like they drew it up, huh?
That's right.
Punt carries down to the 31-yard line.
Sometimes you just have these plays that just work in your favor.
And when it's raining, sometimes they work a little bit better.
But you still have to go and make the play. You might get a lucky break, but you still got to go get that ball. So credit to East for going and picking that up.
So not exactly what the Wausau West special teams unit wanted to see there, but
Sideline warning on East. Officials timeout.
Wausau East gonna, that picks up more yards than that third down attempt would have gotten him if that pass would have been completed.
Absolutely. You always want to complete the pass. You don't want to have to resort to your special punt play.
So I think we may have misinterpreted what had happened there, because
I think we did. No, did we?
Wausau West did recover their punt, and
there goes the quarterback again.
And look at him go on the option. Chandler Fox, holy cow.
And it's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
You have to account for the quarterback tonight.
Got a 48-yard touchdown, or excuse me, 60-some yard touchdown pass, or touchdown run here. Didn't quite see line of scrimmage there.
It could be a pass if you count it being snapped.
Sure. What a play. What a play. Chandler Fox's third touchdown of the night. He's got 2 on the ground and 1 through the air. Point after is good. And just like that.
We know if you need to take a field goal, you can do it from there.
Sure.
8:36 left in the second quarter.
So it's about 8.5 minutes left in the first half here. Wausau West takes a 2-touchdown lead, 21-7, by way of Chandler Fox. He has had his name in the scorebook quite often here tonight.
Well, he's going to get the MVP tonight if he keeps this up.
Sure. With that run, I'm almost certain. We don't have a statistician here with us or public access tonight. He fortunately had to call in sick.
Yeah, right.
But
maybe that was supposed to be me. I don't know.
I'm certain that Chandler Fox is over the 100-yard rushing mark tonight already with just the 2 touchdown runs.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh no, that was East that had that great pass.
Sure, yeah.
But he had a great pass too.
Yeah, he did. So we've got Miley Cyrus pumping up this Wausau crowd tonight here at Tom Field. I think that's what Miley Cyrus does, correct?
Yeah, it's a party in the USA.
Well, there is USA in the word Wausau, so you could,
there you go.
You could make a case for that. Squib kick here from Wausau West. Scooped up.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice tackle.
No mercy.
Trey Wolfberger on the return.
That's football, though. You touch the ball, and you got to be ready for it.
I think that's the first rule they teach you almost.
You want to play football? Okay, you're gonna get hit.
Hold this.
Well, there's still plenty of time in the second quarter. 8:31 to go. If East can score here, they're not out of it yet.
By no means. Caleb Moses brought down.
Knee pass, gaining penetration in the backfield.
Looks to be behind the line of scrimmage, and it is indeed. This West defense has stepped up the last couple of sets. East's offense stalling.
And it wasn't easy for them the first time either, so they're really going to have to buckle down to score here.
Jack Kane back to pass, goes up the middle. Gabe Kruger with a catch there.
Gabe
Krieger, I should say.
6 of the Warriors, Dylan Wenzel. That brings up third and about 3, or maybe 2.
So some momentum here on this East drive. Only about 2 or 3 yards to here to pick up get that first down. Question for you, will they run or will they pass? Kane approaching under center. I formation. I think they're gonna go up the gut with Moses. Oh, and they got a sweep out to the left side. Moses picking up the first down.
I was going to say they should run. I just didn't know if they should run up the gut. So this worked quite well.
Absolutely. I think the fake there to the fullback may have got West's defensive front leaning a bit, which perfectly opened up the outside running lane for Caleb Moses. Both teams certainly have their favorite running backs,
Yeah, absolutely.
With East consistently going to Caleb Moses and West going, of course, to Mitch Mikulski.
Again, with the conditions that you're dealing with tonight, I think that going to the fullback would have been a great idea.
Sure.
But it's hard to turn those legs when it's, you're worried about slipping.
Yeah. This time, Wausau East opts to go to Savon McDuffie.
31.
Or, excuse me, Will Nash. It's 31, not 21. He was bent over. Threes look like 2s sometimes.
Well, it's a night game too, so.
Sure, yeah, we don't have the best lighting conditions here, at least on the programs that I'm reading.
We are in the dark, yes. And it's wet. You got a wet. I mean, I don't even know how you're reading those at all. Yeah, I mean, you're 1 page away from turning it into just like crumbly paper.
Well, yeah, there's.
You can't even get it off the other paper.
We should have like an iPhone live,
yeah. You should have put that in one of those little plastic protectors. That's what you should have done.
Yeah, well, hindsight.
What am I talking about? I didn't even bring a poncho. Someone had to give me one.
I came all out, man. I'm all out. What's the Gordon's Fisherman?
Yeah, no, I was impressed. It's like he fears the rain for sure. You look like that kid in It. Oh,
boy. Oh, boy. East faced with a third down yet again. Jack Kane in shotgun formation. 3rd and 6. Kane back to pass. Goes to the far sideline, and he is tipped and picked off. And Jack Kane, for the second consecutive drive, throws an interception.
By number 3. No, excuse me, number 28, Matt Wittenberg with the interception.
Matt Wittenberg coming up with that interception. So West defense now with 2 takeaways on the night.
East is going to have to now get another takeaway. I think, West has now taken more away than East.
Yes, correct.
It was kind of tied up there with the turnovers, but I think that they've taken the lead.
Well, it's interesting to break down these takeaways. Both of Wausau East's takeaways have been fumble recoveries, and both of Wausau West's have been through the air.
That's right.
That Wausau East crowd over there, very rowdy on the far side.
Trying to stay warm, I think.
I'd be doing the same if I didn't have a headset on, jumping up and down. Mitch Mikulski getting out wide. Oh, spinning off of tacklers.
That was a great run.
He does run like.
And like you said, he falls for like 4 more yards.
He's a nice.
Number 2.
That's not what a running back is supposed to look like.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Number 22.
Mikulski's. I mean, he's looking like he could play at the next level, and I'm certainly.
Well, he looks like a tight end.
Sure.
He's so tall.
It's funny. I learned Mikulski's high school football career actually started about a block over from Wausau West at Newman Catholic.
Oh, is that right?
And he was. They were grooming Mikulski over there at Newman to be their quarterback.
Oh, wow. So he's talented all around.
Yeah, well, I mean, by the looks of the way that he carries himself on the football field, I'm sure this isn't the only position on the field he can play, and I'm sure it's not the only sport that he's good at either.
Yeah, I'm lucky if I can do one sport.
Well, you can call a sport, and that's what you're doing for us here tonight.
Oh, I try.
About 4 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half of this 48th annual log game. Wausau West driving into East territory now. Boy, the diversity of umbrella tops tonight. It's very fun to look down and see all the colors.
I wish they told a story that they were like letters and you could read it.
I wish there were an in-booth, or should I say in-bleacher camera here. We could show the viewers what we see. It's a lot of rain and a lot of umbrellas. And then, of course, the football action on the field. Mikulski getting out wide left, rumbling and stumbling.
Was that snap directly to him?
It looked to be a direct snap.
Number 2, Ryan Daniels.
Moving the
I mean,
sticks.
that's the smart thing to do in this game, absolutely.
Yeah. Limit the times you got to hand the ball off to somebody else. Just shy of 4 minutes left here in the first half. And Wausau West moving the ball with a purpose.
And the rain has come back again a little bit.
It certainly has. And hand off to Mikulski again, as you could imagine. West are going to have to.
Mikulski following his guard.
Well, East is going to have to come up with some answers in order to stop. They can't allow them to score every possession.
6:50
if they want to win.
Yeah, I mean, that's the object of the game. Going to have to stop them scoring and stop throwing interceptions. Chandler Fox in the shotgun. He's going to work the option, and the ball is on the field, and it looks like a Wausau East Lumberjack has recovered yet another Wausau West fumble, and that they have.
Well, they found a way to stop him.
They certainly have. So about 3 minutes left here to go, and the Wausau West drive comes to a screeching halt by way of their third fumble of the game. this one lost. So, Wausau East with about 3 minutes left to work their way down the field.
And I would say if you're going to throw it where it's not going to go and be intercepted. Try to make sure it's thrown right into the body or something. That
this
works.
one thrown. Nice little screen pass from the backfield. It's a Chandler Moses there on the reception. Picks up 5 yards. 2:40 and winding down. East try to get a couple plays in here before the 2-minute warning, and then use the 2 timeouts they have left to maybe punch one in here.
Do they have 2-minute warning in high school?
I would assume so at the end of a half. I'm not certain.
College doesn't.
No?
No.
You're right.
I don't know. We're going to find out if it's
one way to find out.
But yeah, if they can go and score before half, there's no 2-minute warning.
Boy, should have brushed up on my high school football rules before.
That's my problem too. I'm thinking pro the whole time, you know.
Well, what can you say? We're public broadcasters.
That's right.
This is all a volunteer effort. Wausau East, 3rd down. About a yard to go to pick up this first and try to get something going here before the end of the half.
Now, will East get the ball first in the 3rd?
That is correct, yes.
So it'd be great if they can score here.
Sure, close the gap.
Yep, only down 1 score and then come out and score again, tie it up.
Officials stop the clock there to get the ball set.
Official timeout for the measurement.
Oh, gonna bring the sticks out, try to determine whether or not
I think it's going to be just short.
Moses picked up this first down. I think you're right.
Oh no, they got it.
First down, Wausau East.
It was the rain. It was in the way of me being able to tell. That's probably why they had to measure.
Blame it on the rain.
That's been the whole thing. I'm just repeating myself about the weather.
Jack Kane in shotgun formation, 1st and 10. Jack Kane back. He's going to throw near sideline, and he is picked off yet again.
That was not what you wanted to do. To be fair, that time the receiver needed to come back for the ball.
I would agree with you on that assessment. So not what you want to see here. I mean, obviously in a passing situation, trying to punch something in or get something going before the end of the first half. But I think that may be the 3rd consecutive possession for Wausau East that has ended in a unfortunate interception by the hands of Jack Cage. Wausau West here, their back to pass is Caleb Fox, and he's going to opt to throw this one out of bounds.
Fox tosses the ball to the Wausau West sideline.
Just more than 60 seconds left in this first half.
Complete.
Well, all you can hope for now is that East defense can stop them here, and if you have enough time, you can launch one downfield, but you're going to run out of time here quick.
Fox again in the shotgun. This is going to be the option to Migalski. And he picks up a first down.
Mikulski tackled on the play by number 2, Ryan Daniel, and number 11, Gage.
Officials stop the clock to set the ball.
First down.
About a minute left here. And Wausau West is going to opt to call for their first timeout of the half. So what do you think they're scheming here?
I think they'll just run.
Yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
21-7, the Warriors are up, so not necessarily in desperate need for a touchdown before the half, but
they want it.
yeah. I'm sure Jason Foster wouldn't mind going to the locker room at halftime with a comfortable 3-touchdown lead.
Well, and I think that East definitely is going to have to change their game plan if they want to come out and win this tonight. There's still a lot of football and a lot can happen, but you can't turn the ball over like that. You just can't. I mean, the fumbles are one thing, but you can't be throwing interceptions.
And it's something you gotta come to kind of adjust with the weather tonight. Ball's gonna be slippery, and maybe that's where that glove may have come in handy.
Maybe, or it could have made it worse. Who knows?
Fox takes the snap. He's back to pass.
Oh, I guess good
block there in the
score.
backfield, and he finds somebody there on the sideline.
Wide open.
Gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Baby on the catch.
Just sitting there waiting for that ball.
The nice route there. I believe that was
First down.
believe that was Bagby, David Bagby with the catch from Chandler Fox. Shotgun formation yet again. 2 receivers out to the near side. And the handoff to Mikulski. And he truck sticks somebody at the 5-yard line.
Initially by number 2, Ryan Daniel. Takes it inside the 5.
He picks up the
Timeout, Wausau West.
first down, and Wausau West now at 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
And they're running the ball effectively, West is, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just run it again, just
Sure.
to punch it in there.
They've got 2 timeouts left and 33 seconds to work with here, so
Yeah, they're in no
don't
hurry.
take any chances.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do, I mean, even when you have a lead, is you don't want to throw an interception and have them run back for 6.
So that's what I'm sure Jason Foster is telling his offense in the huddle right now. Assure yourself some good blocks. Move the line. My guess is they're going to either keep it with Fox here on the option or give it to the guy who's been doing most of the work on the ground thus far tonight for the Warriors, Mitch Mikulski.
And they're making it hard on East defense because they don't know what to look for anymore. Is the quarterback going to run? Is it going to be thrown? I mean, because they're capitalizing everywhere.
And Mikulski takes the ball. He looks to be just shy of the goal line.
Mikulski just short. Timeout, Wausau West.
West takes the timeout to kill the clock with 26 seconds, left here in the first half.
Final timeout.
I'm thinking of first round, it's some Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. And on that note, Wausau West is looking to throw a pretty good jab here and finish off the first half in haymaker fashion.
It's going to hurt.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt. But East was in a great position to go, and they got the ball. They were gonna, you hope that they could go down and score and not do another turnover, but that's not what happened.
So yeah, after starting this game out here tonight, on the scoreboard first, Wausau East has allowed 21 unanswered points from Wausau West, and they're about to be 28 unanswered if they can't get a goal line stop here. West emerges from the huddle. 2nd down, about a yard to go, less than. And surprisingly, Chandler Fox here in shotgun, and the officials blow the play dead.
Timeout, Wausau East. We have a 50-50
East
winning
gets a
ticket.
timeout here in.
I think
Boy, interesting play call there.
I think they were expecting a run, and they had to take a timeout because they didn't expect them to be in shotgun.
2-1, 37.
So I like that style, 4 wide receivers, shotgun. Certainly one of those receivers would have been open.
That's right.
With the defensive goal line set on the defensive side that Lumberjacks had on the field.
Well, and that's what happens when you're able to complete passes, complete runs, and just pick up yards. I mean, you just don't know what to do defensively.
So we'll see what Wausau West comes out with next. See if they stick with that passing play, and
then they'll switch it up.
Yeah. 24 seconds left here in the first half of this 48th annual log game. Historic Town Field. Packed house, actually. Well, I shouldn't say packed, but given the conditions, it's a decent turnout.
Absolutely. It's really packed with all the umbrellas.
Yeah.
Makes it look more full.
Chandler Fox in shotgun, the option, and he's going to keep it himself and get into the end zone.
Chandler Fox for the touchdown hat trick in for the score.
3 rushing
Chandler
touchdowns
Fox,
now.
4 touchdowns on the night for the senior quarterback.
3 rushing.
3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing. 27-7 now, and as mentioned before, Wausau East now have allowed a lot of unanswered points. That may have been a separator for sure. Extra point is up, and it's good.
I know a lot of the time coaches want to, in this position, to just take a knee and go in and figure out what you can fix in the next half, but I always like to see just kind of one launch downfield just to see if you can get something. You have 22 seconds, and just give it everything you got and try to get downfield. But, I think they might just take a knee, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, you can't have much confidence in the passing game right now with 3 INTs hanging over your head, but you never know. Both these teams, unfortunately, have been eliminated from playoff contention, so you got nothing to lose, really.
That's right. That's why. Give it your all. Just go out and fight.
For some of these guys, this is the second to last football game they'll play in their career. And for those exact same players, this is the last time they'll experience this crosstown rivalry, which I know has been obviously a really strong part of the Wausau East, Wausau West football playing experience. And Jared, obviously you've got some experience covering it, as mentioned, but your brother says it's been a pretty fun experience to play in as well, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah. When my brother played, I mean, East was dominant in those years.
And to mention that, like I said, the record here for the log game is 30-16-1. Wausau West has won the last several matchups. Wausau East's last win coming in 2012. And that capped off a pretty good session, as you mentioned, Jared. The 2000s were a good time to be a Wausau East football player, at least in terms of the log game.
I mean, I'm proud to be a Lumberjack, but I guess, it's like maybe I'm glad I'm out of it. No.
Sure. Wausau East actually won 7 of 13 games that over the last during the 2000s. Caleb Moses up the middle, so they did not opt to knee. Under 10 seconds left to go in the half now, and I'm sure they'll just let this one run out.
And see, and those are the plays. I mean, you want to get, you get a couple yards and maybe build a little confidence, but it doesn't really get you anything. You're certainly not gonna score.
So the teams will head into the locker rooms here tonight at halftime, with Wausau West leading the Lumberjacks of Wausau East 28-7. As mentioned several times throughout the broadcast, this is the 48th meeting of these two teams. 46th time they've played for the coveted log. I think that dates back to 1971. So scoring brigade from the Wausau West Warriors with Chandler Fox racking up 4 touchdowns on the night. Wausau East started the game out with a pretty impressive touchdown pass from Jack Kane to Wyatt Rotier, and then Wausau West rallied off several takeaways on the defensive side and turned those takeaways into offensive production.
Well, and that's been the big difference with West. They've gotten points on the turnovers, and East has not.
So we will head into a break here at halftime with Wausau West leading Wausau East 28-7. We'll be back to bring you the second half of this 48th annual log game between Wausau East and Wausau West. Welcome back to Tom Field here on Friday, October 6, 2017, 48th annual meeting of Wausau East and Wausau West. This is the log game. Wausau West dominating in the first half, going into the locker room with a score of 28-7, and I dominated a log hamburger.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing until you walked in with it.
So went to the concessions, you know, over the halftime break, and I gotta say, I'm happy with my purchase.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they got some nacho cheese on a hamburger with half of a hot dog.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, that's innovative culinary right there.
Were you going there hoping to find something so magnificent?
Sure, I was hoping to find something so magnificent that we could bring it up during the broadcast. So, mission accomplished.
Well, thank you. I'm just happy to see it, you know, when you brought it out.
Absolutely. Some, I think it was a couple of the Wausau West freshman football players who gave me that, which
is that
were
right?
on the field Thursday night earlier this week, playing for the Twig, as the varsity teams play for the Log. The freshman team plays for the Twig, and Wausau East was victorious in that freshman football game by a score of 22-8. So,
do they have a junior varsity one? I
don't know.
Like a
actually.
branch?
I don't know. I don't know. The branch could be, yeah, sure. Would Twig be smaller than a branch, though? Twig sounds smaller than a branch.
Yeah, Twig, that sounds like a small word.
Sure. So, Wausau East will be returning to start the third quarter here. As mentioned, 28-7, Wausau West leading. It is still very much a wet and slippery Friday night here at Tom Field, and second half is underway.
Oh no, not that.
Oh, and as I alluded to, the slipperiness.
It's a weather game.
It is a weather game. So Wausau East isn't able to corral the kickoff, and then it goes and stops just shy of the goal line, so you got to do something with it there. Picks it up, and he just lost his footing.
I'm actually surprised that there's not more of that tonight.
Sure.
Everybody's been staying up pretty well for the most part.
Well, you know, you got to give a hats off then to the field crew doing the work before the game that nobody sees.
That's right.
Caleb Moses stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Moses been in the backfield by number 8, Dustin Bonke.
Well, East is buried right now, and they're buried on the scoreboard. So hopefully they can find a way to make this a game again.
Not much confidence in the throwing game, I'm sure, with 3 interceptions in the first half through the hands of Jack Kane.
And that's something they're going to have to overcome, because they're going to have to throw again. You know,
Absolutely.
And that fear is going to be there. Is this another turnover? But you have to just go out there and play confident.
Kane under center. Another handoff to Moses, and the ball is on the field. There was a West Warrior right there to scoop it up, and the Wausau West Warriors have recovered another fumble. Actually, this is their first fumble recovery. Prior 3 takeaways were by interception, and now Wausau West will take over with very good field possession. They will start their drive just yards from the goal line.
Not the way you want to start the half, East. That is just, you wanted to come out, show that you're still in this, show that you're still, you know, a strong football team, and to give it to them right away right there in the red zone.
Yeah, unfortunate for sure. The rain not being kind to for the Wausau East running back there. Wausau West, Chandler Fox takes the shotgun, goes to the option of Mitch Mikulski.
Michalski tackled by number 36.
Michalski picks up a few yards there. Again, statistician not here with us tonight, but I'm sure Michalski has racked up, I'd say probably 25 to 30 carries on the night already.
If we had the stat guy, we probably couldn't read it anyway. It'd be all wet.
Chandler Fox with the keeper. Nope, that was actually a direct snap, looked like to be to Michalski. Yes, it was.
I'm actually surprised that I didn't see East do that at all. I don't know if that's something that's in their playbook, but sometimes it's, you see another team do something, it's like, you know what, why don't we do it and show them that we can do that too.
Third and goal here for Wausau West. Chandler Fox in shotgun formation, and he puts the ball on the floor. What?
But he was able to get it in.
Excuse me. So they're lining up Mitch Michalski, in the quarterback position, and that's how he's getting the direct snaps. Michalski rumbles his way into the end zone after having to recover his own fumble. And that widens the gap.
And it's a big gap now.
It is a rather large gap.
At this point, East should be happy if they can get some points on the board.
Still hard to believe, They got the scoring going here tonight.
Absolutely.
First quarter. Wausau West just relentless.
In the third.
It brings the score to 35-7, and I hate to say it, but I don't think we got much of a game left tonight.
Well, I'm sure West is feeling good right now.
I mean, I would be.
It's not much of a spectacle for the fans, but West they're happy on their sidelines for sure.
Michalski certainly getting the praise from his teammates on the sideline after that touchdown.
Well, he has a lot to be happy about.
As mentioned before in the broadcast, Michalski is a record-holding running back now for Wausau West. He recently surpassed the record for most career rushing yards. Came in tonight with more than 2,200 rushing yards in his career, 932 here in his senior season, and by my unofficial count, he's now past 1,000 yards on the year for the second consecutive year. West kicking off now to East.
Some low punts.
Yeah. This one's a clean recovery, or a return, I should say, and decent return.
Out to the 32, 33.
Getting past the 30 there.
By number 31, Will Nash. Tackled by 26, Sam Simmel. The first again for the Lumberjacks at the 32-yard line.
Well, if East can go get a couple first downs and feel good again, maybe we can see them score. Because right now, I have no doubt they're feeling pretty glum.
Yeah. Jack Kane back to pass. Out to the... Looks like it's like Caleb Moses out there in the flat.
I don't think he got anything.
Number 22 on the swing pass.
It looked like more running than what actually happened.
Assisted on the play by Sippel and number 78.
Rain still falling here at Tom Field. It is just as relentless as this Wausau West football team here tonight.
And the rain are the tears of the East players.
Very symbolic. Kane in shotgun, back to pass yet again. This time near side.
Number 47.
Cordell Miles there with the catch.
Is that for 4 yards, maybe 3 yards?
Third down.
Picked up a few. He's working with, you know, a 3rd and long still.
It's nice to see the refs, you know, wiping the ball off. I don't know how good it's gonna do.
Well, the real question is how dry is the towel that they're using to wipe it off?
Yeah. Oh, they're swapping the balls, and they're putting them in something. Maybe a dry wet towel. I don't know what it is.
Jack Kane back to pass again. And this one falls at the feet of his intended receiver, Caleb Moses.
He just can't put anything on it because it's just slipping out of his hand. You're lucky you can throw 10 yards.
And Wausau East now forced to punt.
Looks like a punt throw, like 'cause they're so low.
Yeah. Gabe Krieger going to do the punting here.
That was a little higher.
Good return off the bounce. And we've got a good return.
It's a good run.
Off the sideline. Nice.
Pushed right into the mud.
Got a good hit there on
Wittenberg on the return.
Mount Wittenberg from the defensive
45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
perspective of Wausau East. Nice tackle.
If they could tackle like that, you know, on some of these plays, they might be able to get a few more stops.
Crazy train in the ears of the attendance here tonight at Tom Field. Wausau West.
It's amazing to me that this is the music that we're actually still hearing. You know, I know we heard some Miley Cyrus, but you still have some of this classic rock that shows up at high school games, and I love it.
It's timeless, man.
Yeah.
It's timeless. Wausau West starting their second drive of the first half here. Michalski to the near sideline.
And he's still not down.
Shaking off would-be tacklers.
Michalski ushered out of bounds by number 11, Gabe Bowden.
Looks like he may have gotten enough to pick up the first.
That's enough for a Wausau West. First down.
Well, he just got that too. Where that ball was positioned, if they would have brought out the chains, it probably would have been short.
Sure. The option again here. That one, Wausau East able to contain in the backfield.
Tipple, the ball carrier.
You know, and he's lucky that he wasn't able to get away. I want to see some tackles where they wrap him up by the legs. They're just, you know, these body tackles, they don't come down that quick.
36.
Seven and a half minutes left in the third quarter. Wausau West on the option again. This time, Chandler Fox going to keep it. Come up the near sideline.
I like to see him hurdle over nothing.
It was a good attempt. Fox picks up, looks to be about 6 yards.
You ever see those players where they, you know, the ball is thrown and it's a low pass, but for some reason they jump, but they jump and they're catching low, and you're like, why are you jumping? You don't have to jump. Looks better, I guess.
Makes the catch harder. Fox the keeper again, this time up the middle.
Another great run.
And he picks up the first and then some.
Michalski on the Wildcat.
He's just bouncing off of bodies when he's doing these runs too.
Wausau West, first down. Tackled on the play by number 34, Tyler Hayes.
See, if you had Aaron Rodgers out there when they made that defensive change, they would have quickly snapped the
Yeah,
ball.
only if there was Aaron Rodgers out there. You know, how fun would that be? Just have him all-time quarterback for these two teams?
For both teams, yeah.
I don't know how his NFL player contract would. Oh, look at Mitch Michalski.
Another touchdown.
Oh, Michalski scampers his way for his third touchdown of the night. And Wausau West now, if you didn't think so before, now you do. Commanding lead.
I take it back. You don't need the free play, apparently.
Not much resistance coming from that Wausau East defense.
The running lanes are wide open.
And another PAT, good. So just more than 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Mitch Mikulski puts Wausau West up 42-7. And as mentioned, that tally of points that Wausau West has scored unanswered to East opening up the scoring of the game now rises to 42.
It's a huge margin. And that's a lot of unanswered points. I'm sure that East is looking at the clock and just there's like I just want to get out of here.
We had some crowd participation there in the booth, the bleacher booth.
I didn't hear.
I didn't either.
Oh, okay.
She said something. I think she said it wasn't me.
She didn't. No, she didn't score. She wasn't the one to score. No.
Referencing the Shaggy song of our time.
Oh.
Wasn't me.
Oh. An appropriate song.
Yes, certainly.
Almost an onside kick.
Wow.
Oh, no, there's a flag on the play there. 2 flags. They're coming from everywhere.
Let's see what referees saw here. I know what I saw. A lot of rain. Some yellow things flying
a big
through the air.
tackle.
What do we got here? What's the call? We're gonna keep the clock going. We've got block in the back.
It definitely was, yeah, on West.
Bearcats interference.
Oh, okay.
Against the Warriors will cost them 15. First and 10 Lumberjacks fall inside Warrior territory at the 46-yard line.
So Wausau East going to start the drive with good field position. See if they can get something to go in here. We'd certainly love to see them put points on the board.
Oh,
nice catch.
Good double attempt there.
Trey Bookberger.
So Jack Kane hooking up with
on the pitch and catch from Kane.
Trey Bookberger there.
And he's lucky that he was wide open, because if that was tight coverage, that ball again probably would have been picked off with that juggle there.
Oh, Wausau East, one play, first down. Started it all over again.
Students and fans, they haven't lost their excitement. They're dancing down there on the sidelines with their fellow peers.
Cheerleading corps got the ponchos on. Jack Kane option. This one to Caleb Moses, brought down in the backfield.
Number 22 tackled in the backfield by Justin Bonke, tackled for a loss.
Well, if you look at the middle of that field there, I mean, that thing looks.
It's ate up.
It's a wreck. That's where the majority of the action has been tonight.
Wausau East now facing a 2nd and 14. Four minutes left to go, third quarter. Jack Kane in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Comes near side. Caught.
And that's exactly the pass that I would have done. That little out route. It was one-on-one. and it's hard for the defensive player to come and get him when in these conditions, and that was a great pass and a great play.
I agree. Wyatt Rotier, the catch there. He seems to be the receiver that Kane goes to quite often. Recipient of the Lumberjacks' lone touchdown of the game. But Lumberjacks now getting deeper into Wausau West territory, looking for another touchdown.
And to his right over there would be a great place to throw for a slant real quick.
Off to run this time. Up the gut, picks up a
That was a good run.
We've got
Number 66, Nathan Polachek.
big Nathan Polachek, 66. That's an offensive lineman's number.
Hot dogs, hamburgers, brats, nachos, pickles,
Log burgers.
venison,
We need some log burgers up here.
pulled pork, anything.
It'll help us
down
wake
there,
up a little.
that's right.
The rain is making me sleepy. Maybe with East touchdown, I'll wake up a little more too.
Yeah, Jack Kane there handing off to Caleb.
A lot of bodies on top of each other. That ball almost looked like, again, that was not a great handoff, and he was lucky to hold on to that.
Moses on the carry.
Caleb
by
Moses.
Ethan Evers and Travis Ray.
Approaching 2 minutes here left in the third quarter. 42-7. Wausau West on top in a big way.
Did you notice that 44 there, he's got 2 different colored cleats on? That's pretty cool.
That's what the kids are doing nowadays.
It's like, I
think.
don't want the same color. That's ridiculous.
Kane back to pass, going
And
far
that's too
sideline. Intended receiver.
There's a flag on the
Trey
play.
Pass is
Buchberger.
intended for number 1, Trey Buchberger. We do have a penalty on the play.
Got a flag in the backfield holding on Wausau East. So gonna move the Lumberjacks back.
Is that 5 yards?
You know, in high school, we'll find out.
We don't know. 2-minute warning? We don't know.
Just a couple amateurs here. I think maybe the officials are perplexed as well.
They don't know how many yards, yeah. 10 yards.
It's a 10-yard penalty.
And that's not what East needed. They
No.
did not need
Now
to go and
you're-
get another 10 yards.
You're faced with, boy, it's a second and,
Holding against the Lumberjacks.
well, let's just say it's a second and a lot. Jack Kane back to pass, but opts to hand off to Caleb Moses.
Ooh.
He gets upended. But not after picking it up
Caleb Moses.
about
see,
10 yards there.
upended.
He got the 10 yards back, but, you know, he paid for it.
Third down.
But he's young. He probably flips like that on the weekends, you know.
Just in his backyard.
That's right. Gets together with his friends. It's flipping time.
That brings the third quarter to a close. 42-7. Wausau West.
And the third quarter comes to an end. 42-7, Wausau West leading this matchup. Just 1 quarter left to play. And this rain, temperatures certainly dropping, or maybe that's just the numbness in my fingers.
I don't feel my toes. I mean, my shoes are soaked. Do you have boots on? See,
I have boots on.
You've
yeah.
got, I got these Nike sneakers. I mean, that's.
Well, you know, you come prepared.
You warned me.
I did.
You
in
did warn me.
In my defense.
Of course, I was already on my way, and I'm like, yep, going to watch football. Just put on my Packers sweatshirt and go out there. I didn't know that I was going to be like in a hurricane tonight.
One and only David Dickinson pushing the buttons, pointing the fingers for Wausau Area Access Media here tonight.
And he's been doing a great job keeping the access station available and keeping it running and just being able to have these games.
Certainly, gotta give credit where credit is due.
This is the first game that we've done in a while, and it's fun to be back.
Despite the rain, yes, I can agree. Jack Kane gonna pass now at the start of the fourth, and that's a clear pass interference here on the near sideline. No doubt about it.
You can't push off of a receiver and not. I mean, he didn't even try to go for the ball. He just pushed the receiver down.
And Caleb Moses looks to be coming up rather gingerly after that. I believe that's Moses. I can't quite tell his jersey number.
If the water's part, it might be.
I believe that is a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, they've already moved the chains. We need to get these refs hooked up to a speaker system here.
Sure, yeah. Where's their
we can't have
their tablets? They're going to need to go back to the booth on that one.
We can't have amateurs like us guessing what the penalty was.
That was a clear pass.
Well, that was, yeah.
Jack Kane going to take the snap in shotgun formation here.
I'd like to see a little quick little slant here. I mean, he's got just one-on-one on the right here.
Sure, yeah. There's a nice little 6-yard pickup, could be. He's going deep. And underthrown receiver, Wyatt Rotier.
And I don't have a problem with that. You know, you just had a pass interference. You got some big yards. And, you know, why not? Just take a shot. You got, you know, first down. And although it says on the board here it's 4th and 9, but I don't know if that's accurate.
Looks to be 4th and 9 from the chains. And East gonna go for it. Obviously nothing to lose here.
You have to go for it.
And Wausau West going to take a timeout here with 9:42 remaining in this game.
So I want to go back with that to that pass interference. So that wasn't a first down then, I take it.
It should, well, you would.
Because that was the only play they did into the end zone there. So I thought that would have been a first down. But we're at 4th and 9 right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Perhaps you got a case there, Jared.
I mean, unless I'm missing something, but I don't know if they were so far backed up that it didn't count. But I think a pass interference is always an automatic first down.
Perhaps the rain is making us all just a little delirious.
Maybe it never happened. We'll have to go and check on the tape. I don't know. Again, this is my first game commentating, so.
You're doing a fine job, Jared.
Well, it's fun. It's fun to do this with you, Nick.
Jack Kane back to pass. This time going to be picked off. Wausau West returning this interception. Still on his feet.
Wow. When he was tackled, he still got 10 yards because he wasn't tackled.
Not sure who the defender there's that picked up pass off, but I can tell you, not a happy camper in Jack Kane as he comes up with his, I should say he throws his 4th interception of the game.
1st and 10, Wausau West.
It's just really extremely unfortunate. Is that the 4th pass that
That's
was
the 4th
intercepted?
interception, yeah.
I mean, there comes a point in a game where you're just like, what do you do? You can't even I don't even think you can blame it on the weather anymore.
No. Wausau West now handing it off to Michalski.
Oh,
And he's got
that's
room.
a touchdown. Oh, maybe not.
He's got.
I thought he did a little stutter step. I think if he would have kept going, he might have got in there.
Out at the 20-yard line by number 2, Ryan Daniel.
Great run there by Michalski. And he's coming off the field. I give some other Warriors a chance to put their mark on tonight's game. This one's handed off to Vu Tao.
Vu Tao with the carry.
You know, with the way that West is playing tonight, you would not think that they've only won one game the entire season. And so what does that say about East? I mean, the amount of work that they're going to have to do, you know, to start winning games again.
Yeah, it's been a rough go at it for East the last few years, but they did pick up their first win in 2.5 seasons earlier this year. The win over Southern Door, I believe that was week 2.
I think you're right.
West now goes back to Vu Tao.
Vu Tao on the carry. Tackled by number 63, Nathan.
A little bit of what I'm seeing with East is they kind of look like they're in practice form, where it looks like they're not following through on their tackles, and you know they're just kind of like going out there and they're just like they're practicing, and you know when there's time to practice and there's time to play a game.
Certainly. We're gonna go to back. Whoa, that was a fake to Vu Tao, but Chandler Fox.
On QB.
Were you fooled? I was fooled.
Excuse me. That was
Wausau West. First down.
Mitchell Zeronis now under center.
I was totally looking at that tackle. I didn't even see that the guy was running.
Mitchell Zeronis now taking the spot of Chandler Fox, and Vu Tao doing his best Mitchell Michalski impression. 6 minutes and ticking left in the 48th annual log game here tonight at Tom Field.
And this second half has been flying by. I mean, there's been completions from West that keep the clock going, and they run the ball effectively, and there's just the clock just keeps winding down.
Uh-oh, ball on the turf.
Not enough.
Back up by Zeronis. He's making something out of nothing.
A good effort for a drop ball.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage on the far side.
Zeronis with QB key. Ushered out of bounds by the East defense.
And yes, he did get out of bounds, but with the sizable gap in score differential here, that clock does keep running per WIAA
as well
mercy
as
rules, I believe.
Yes, correct.
West now really threatening a score. Handoff. Or, excuse me, keep by Zeronis, and Zeronis scampers into the end zone.
Nick Zeronis in for the score.
So Mitch Zeronis, the sophomore, getting what I imagine to be his first touchdown in a log game. That'll be one for him to remember.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this West is going to celebrate tonight.
That score comes with just under 5 minutes left to go in this game. 48-7, Wausau West has a handle on this game for sure. And I'll tell you what.
Barnabas Shipero in for the PAT.
Barnabas Shipero. He's been doing a nice job today off the tee. Be nice to have him as a kicker on your fantasy team.
Well, I think, you know, Tampa Bay might want him.
been a struggle for the PATs down there in Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't know if you saw any of the game the other day, but.
I think I might have missed that one.
Oh, yeah. Patriots and Tampa Bay, the kicker missed 3 field goals. And if they would have got one of them, they would have won the game. So. Well, if East can at least just score, just feel good that you got another score out of tonight against a very dominant West team.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's hard. I think, the mental toughness is huge with football, and once you start getting down, it's just like, it's hard to come out of it.
West kicking off here. And this one's on the ground. Struggle to come up with it. And good tackle there. Clean hit. Hard one, but.
Yeah, he must have hit with the shoulder. I mean, it looked like he got him right in the hip there. Didn't look like it felt good.
Easy for us to say.
Yeah, right.
First and 10.
Boy, those little those squib kicks are, I don't even know what you want to call them. Just, they're working because
No
nobody
spin.
can.
They're just about 6 inches off the ground.
Right.
Closing in on 4 minutes here left in this game. Wausau East going to see if they can potentially be the last score of the game and go out the way they came in.
Well, as long as they don't turn the ball over, maybe they can feel good.
Wausau East takes a timeout here. Well, this has been a wet ball game here in 2017, and
they probably have to go get a different log now. I don't know where that thing is sitting soaking, but that wood must be expanding.
For East, certainly a forgettable night, but hopefully gather some takeaways before heading into week number 9. I believe it is next week.
Hopefully maybe they can get a copy of this game and look at it on tape and see where they went wrong and fix those for how many games they have left now.
There will be one game after
Just
tonight. Will Nash with the carry. They're on second down.
Well, and this is the first season that East is out of the conference. This is the first time these two teams are playing where they're not in the same conference. And, it's going to be tough for them, to figure out the schedule, because East is now doing their own scheduling. Now that there's no one, that when you're out of the conference, you got to take care of that and pick what teams you're going to play. But I'm glad that they're not, they're still doing the log game.
Absolutely, yes. This is a tradition that is obviously seen many games before tonight, and I'm sure we'll see many after tonight as well.
By 59 of the Warriors.
Hopefully some drier ones in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, if we do this next year, hopefully we won't be sitting here soaking.
I have successfully gone through an entire stack of programs tonight.
And now they're bound together.
Sure.
They're
I've
one.
got some dry ones down here. Maybe we'll get the most out of these too. Wausau East, 3rd and 9 here. 2:32 left to go. Good snap. Zach Kane back to pass.
Wide open.
He comes up with a receiver. Looks to be Caleb Moses there on the far sideline. That'll pick up a good 20, 25 yards.
Well, and you're approaching the 2 minutes here, and, punch it in. Why not get one score at least and feel good about that?
Clock winding down. Rain, not so much.
No, I think it's going to be going all night.
Jack Kane takes the snap, gonna hand this one off. Nothing doing. And the "I believe that we will win" chant has started from the Wausau West sideline. Maybe a bit premature.
Maybe a little bit.
Or delayed, however you look at it. Just shy of 90 seconds left in this football game tonight. Wausau East trying to make the best out of this last drive, and we've got flags on the field.
We've got cheating somewhere.
I'm not sure where the flag is, but Wausau West going to call a timeout here. Don't normally throw the flags when there's a timeout called. I'm not sure what the...
Does that mean they're waving?
Waves off the flag, just
Like,
waves it in the air, and so they now the Badgers Made Famous Jump Around song has started here at Tom Field, and the Warrior crowd is...
I thought you're supposed to start that at the beginning of the fourth. Isn't that correct? Is that
exactly,
when they do
I
it?
think there may be a bit of a delayed cheer here, but you know,
everything's a little bit delayed
respectful
tonight.
nonetheless. You know, nobody's wanting to rub it in anybody's faces. Good sportsmanship.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, there hasn't been any unnecessary roughness or anything like that. They're still just playing the game.
And there's the log. You can see it down there on the near sideline.
Ooh, shiny.
Up the 25-yard line of Wausau East takes the snap.
And when that clock hits 0, that's where all those players from West are going to run.
Oh, yeah.
Mason Polachek, tackled by number 59. Tino Booth.
So I think it goes without saying, a good offensive performance from Wausau West Warriors tonight. Chandler Fox, I believe, finishes the night with 4 touchdowns. Mitch Michalski poured in a few of his own, and then that last touchdown from Wausau West by way of Mitchell Zoronis. Wausau East taking a shot down the field.
Intercepted. Oh,
and that one's going to fall incomplete, but we do have a flag.
Was that pass interference?
Looks to be pass interference on the defense. So
is that a first down or was that a fourth?
with 30 seconds and winding, if the officials can get the ball set here after this 15-yard penalty.
I think they might just, the clock's
get
still
another
ticking.
play in. And Wausau East going to take a timeout.
Well, they might be able to get 6, maybe 7 yet.
20 seconds left in the game. Some people call me a space cowboy.
I wonder what that's like to be a space cowboy.
I don't know.
Do you still get to wear a hat?
I think so. Boy, Steve Miller Band.
See, that's what I mean, the classics.
Yeah, we've gone from, I think, Lil Jon to Miley Cyrus to...
I don't know, can you put Miley Cyrus in as the classics? I don't know.
No, I mean, the classics started after Miley Cyrus.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we had some
They still have stuff for the kids.
Crazy Train, and I think we may have heard some AC/DC tonight.
First down at the 30.
That pass interference did not come where I thought it did.
It's only a 15-yard penalty.
Okay.
That's right. So it's not from the spot of the foul.
So that's why it wasn't a first down that one time, I guess. They were probably backed up so far.
Sure.
Well, that makes sense.
I was under the impression that it was an automatic first down with that penalty. But
we have a lot to learn about high school
we sure
football.
do. But we gave it our best shot tonight,
That's right.
and so did both of these teams. One comes out victorious, that being the Wausau West Warriors coming home. They will keep the log at Wausau West High School for the
49-7, Wausau West.
4th consecutive year and the 31st time overall. Wausau West now extends their handle on this rivalry. 31-16-1 is the record. But by a score of 49-7 here tonight at Tom Field, this rainy October evening. Wausau West victorious in this game. Mitch Mikulski, standout running back for Wausau West, and Chandler Fox, senior quarterback for Wausau West, certainly named player of the game by the public access perspective. I don't know if we have any awards to hand out, but maybe we can get him a log burger at the end of the game or something.
I think he's happy with just the log itself.
And the Wausau West Warriors, as you can see down there,
hopefully it doesn't slip and fall on top of them.
celebrating their victory by hoisting the log above their heads.
It's a big trophy.
It's a big trophy for a big night for some of these players, as mentioned before. Obviously, some of these players have played in this game for 4 consecutive years, and this is their last taste of that. So they're going to celebrate it, and certainly this will be a high point for the season for Wausau West, and Wausau East takes away some areas to improve on, and you know.
Well, and you hope that West can see areas to improve on too. You know, it's just like you can never think that you're too good, right?
So I thank you for joining us here tonight at Tom Field. Again, Wausau West winning this one 49-7. I think that does it here for Jared Crooks and myself, Nick O'Brien. We enjoyed calling the game for you tonight here on Public Access.